Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Farrell. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Here comes the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
There's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So North Carolina's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's
breaks into the open. The 30, the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he tacked on the extra point. kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the tailback. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
To the air on first down. Swings it out to the flat. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. He makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury. Last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll run the screen. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Now rolling to the left. He's going to take off. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. They get to him as he throws. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Dixon. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Flips it out on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Big fella moving. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Irish. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point.
Man, that field shrinks. You got to have the big boys down here that you can just throw it up to, let them make plays, make it look like run. All the big boys on the field, slip that tight end out, find him, he'll do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Snagged in the middle, it's Burgess. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. On the run, it's Dixon. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. And some room to work. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They're going to run it to the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on third down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going right to work up top. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Farrell. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking downfield very late in the half. Here's the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to throw on third. Gets it out fast. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe,
there he goes! And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on! He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Bryant. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's already made one field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. Did he call bank on that one? Off the left upright and good. After the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To go up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step. And if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. A jet sweep pass. Look out, he's got room. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the right side.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's... Holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Notre Dame, once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. He wants to throw it again. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Dixon. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Here we go. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Burgess. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
it's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Right down the middle. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking to throw on 1st down. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Green. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Dixon. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's 3rd down. He wants to throw it. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tied ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Illinois has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to Purdue.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got some room to run. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2-win. Oh.
A great job by the linebacker that time. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, sitting in zone coverage. QB stared his target down. Not only does he pick it off, but he shows you the athleticism, taking it back all the way for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's...
Fires one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves him in a hole. Got his man quickly. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little extra time. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the point after is good. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here come the Irish, back on offense. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, just keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Throws it back. Using the quick game. And And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field, so he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and